Hey guys, what's up? It's Harley, and I'm here for the final week of Realmathon. Yes. Now, it is actually Friday the 27th. I haven't filmed anything all week. It's a repeat of week 2, okay? I'm still reading the same books that I have been reading. I am being slow. So I'm still on Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I am like 30 something percent into this, maybe almost 40. And I am really liking it. I'm just taking it really slow. I'm also still on Free in the Wild by Paisley Hope. That one, I think I'm also about 30 something percent in. And I'm also really liking that one. I feel like that one has my attention more at the moment. Like, I'm really liking the characters and I want to see where their story goes. And then I am also listening to Bride by Allie Hazelwood. I realized I have one prompt left for Romanceopoly for the like Frostbitten trials that take place from January to the end of March, and as it is almost the end of March, I kind of need to finish that one to have completed it. And it was like something about read a paranormal romance that had a dangerous secret or a hidden power, I believe that was the prompt. And so I'm using Bride for that because my last book I was trying to read, I ended up DNFing. I tried to listen to Succubus on Top, I believe that's the title, by Rochelle Mead. This is the second book in her like Succubus Blues series, and I thought the first one was like okay. I didn't really care too much, and I didn't like the love interest, and my feelings were pretty much the same during book 2. I got like 60% in, and I was pretty much only gonna read it for that prompt, and then I realized that the prompt didn't even work for it, so I was like, release and goodbye. I'm letting go of that series. I just can't get into it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste any more time on it. So I gave up on that one and replaced it with Bride. I am enjoying Bride. It took me a little bit to get into because it's like supernaturally but set in our world, and like they commingle. So there's like vampires, werewolves, and humans all living together, and it feels a little less supernaturally at the moment, but I'm interested in it. So in this book, it's like there's like some kind of like marriage of convenience or whatever. This vampire gets married to this werewolf, and she has to go live in the werewolf territory for like a year, and he has a little sister, and she's like kind of super annoying and just like busts in her room all the time and like wants to hang out with her, and she's kind of worming her way into her heart. She's like, I don't want this freaking child around me. I don't want to care about this child, but she can't help herself caring for this kid, and I think it's super cute, and I like the fact that she likes this kid and he knows that she likes this kid. So I just got to the part where they went off into some like enemy territory with like the mate of the old wolf pack leader, and he had to put his scent on her to like mark her as his. I was living for it. I was enjoying it so much. And she was just like, this is a little intense. But she thinks, oh, it's just me that got carried away. No, girl. Reason why he can't stand smelling you is not for the reasons you think. But I'm enjoying that one as well. And if all goes well, I'll probably finish that one tomorrow. But those are my little updates so far for this week. I do have some goodies I could show you though. Let's do a little haul, shall we? Why not? You know, I just got this book in the mail today, and like, oh my god, it's quality materials. This thing is so freaking heavy. I got the Luxe Special Edition of Shadow Princess, which is book 4 in Zodiac Academy by Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti, and these are special editions that they sell on their King's Hollow website. I missed out on the first 3 because I was not in the series yet. okay? But I have all the other ones ordered, and someday, if they ever put them up on the dang website again, which they keep saying that like they might, and like sign up for the email to get the alert, and I did, I'm gonna get them. So these are like special editions. They have special character artwork on the front. I like seeing the different characters. The spine has like some little details. Looks like there might end up being like the school on the spines a little bit. And then the back, we got sprayed edges. I haven't taken off the plastic yet, but I believe there was reverse dust jacket artwork that's like really pretty, and I don't remember what the hardcover looks like, but I'm pretty sure that was pretty as well. But I'm not ready to take the plastic off this one yet. I don't know where I'm gonna put her, or where I'm gonna put all of them eventually when I get them. Your girl's out of space. Like, I'm out of space, and these aren't even all my books. I still have books in the other room. I really need to like go through and like clear stuff out and like read stuff, okay? Anyways, I do have another little like DVD movie haul that relates to my obsession from the last video. So if you didn't watch the last video, I, like the rest of the world, have succumbed to the Pokepia mania, and I was like, I need a Switch 2 because I need to play this game. I did get one. I sold my old Switch, got a new one, and I'm loving the game. I just got done playing with it for like 4 hours, and I was having a great time. But anyways, I saw these were on sale, and I was like, I need them. I got the first 3 movies, which I love the first 3 movies. I don't think I actually watched any of them past that, but I love these movies. The first one makes me cry every time. And then I also got season 1 of Pokemon, the Indigo League. Yeah, Indigo League. Which I know, this is on Netflix. I really want to watch the Johto Journeys, but like, nobody has it. I'm like, what the heck? But I was like, I need to pick these up because I love Pokemon, and I always have like an urge to watch them. So I have them now. But that is my little haul for you. And I don't know what the plans are for the rest of the night. I know it's almost the end of March, which means it's going to be April, which means it's going to be time for the Readathon. And I really need to like crack down and figure out what the heck I'm going to do for my character for this year. If you haven't watched like any of my other videos, the Readathon is hosted by G at Buckroast, which I'll like leave a link so you can check it out if you're interested. But basically you create this character, and then you go to this magical school, and you have to take classes to like finish your character's calling that they've decided to work towards. And I graduated last year with my character Aaron, and this year me and my friend decided to do the first year at least of their boyfriends, and that was before G announced that we can do higher callings now. So you know, next year it's gonna be the higher calling for Aaron, but this year I'm doing the first year for Wesley, and I had an idea for what I wanted him to do, but I don't remember what it is. Like, I think I know. I think I wanted him to be like a spell sword or something, but I'm gonna have to like relook at all the callings and figure it out. So I might do that later, but I'll have to update that when I get to it. It is Saturday the 28th, and I have a book update for you guys. So I did end up listening to Bride by Allie Hazelwood, and I decided I'm gonna give it a 4.25. I did really like it. The beginning took me a little bit to get into, and I thought it was gonna be more like supernaturally than it really was, but I did like the romance. I loved how like obsessed with her he was, but she was like oblivious to it. Like, girl, no, he was like obsessed with you, okay? And our male love interest, Lo, he had a little sister named Anna, and she was like so cute, and I liked how annoyingly persistent she was with our main character Misery, which is a very interesting name, okay? She just kept popping in her room and was like, I want to hang out. And she was like, this child, she's like, I don't want to care about this child, this werewolf child. She's like just weaseled her way in her heart. I thought their relationship was really cute, and also I really loved the relationship between Lo and his sister. I thought they were adorable, and I liked how much he loved her and stuff. And there was a little mystery element to it because she did go into this arranged marriage looking for her best friend, and the only clue she had was Lo's like initials to his name. It was interesting how it all came back around, and I'm curious what will happen in the second book. The reveal at the end, I thought we were betrayed for a moment. I really did. Like, there's a certain character that was like, did you really think I was gonna betray you? And I was like, yes, I did. I bought it. I bought that. Okay. I had a really fun time with this book, and I'm excited to continue my Allie Hazelwood adventure. I've read quite a few books of hers this year so far. But let's see what we have for points. So I've decided for this final week, any books that I read, I'm going to just add points to my team. So for Bride, we have, get the brochure out. Read a Host's 5-star read on Monica's Shelves gave this 5 stars, so I'm going to count that one for 5 points. Read an author's backlist for 2 points. A fast-paced read for 1 point. And a book I didn't buy for 1 point. I figured it was like between 300 and 400. It's 399, I guess. So that's like 20 points, I believe. Yes, 20 points for page points. So where are we at? 29, I think. I think that's the total amount that we are getting for Bride. But I still have 2 books that I am reading that I hope to finish this month. So how many days left are there? 3, not counting today. If I get my life together, I could probably finish them both. I'm hoping tomorrow to make dent in one or both of them. Oh, but I wanted to show you guys my puzzle that I finally finished after 20,000 years. So let's go do that. Also, sorry if you can hear the heater. It's running because it's cold, but this is my puzzle. It's a little like swan cabin, giving like fairy tale-esque, but it's very purple, and like this was hard because a lot of the pieces were like just the same color, but I like it. It's pretty. Oh, I did forget. I did figure out what my character is going to do for Aurelium for next month. So how I play is my original character, Aaron. She had a main calling, and there were other callings that I liked and I felt like fit her. So I called them like minor callings. So basically, the major, I took all the classes from that. And then for her minors, some of the classes like overlapped, so I didn't like double read for them. I would just read one book and count it as I completed that for all the classes. But any additional class, I would add a book onto my total. So for Wesley, he ended up being the same. I was just gonna do one calling for him, but then I was like, there's like 3 that like I want to put together to like make his official calling. So his major is going to be Spell Sword, and then his minors are going to be, where is it? Mage Hunter and Abjurer. I'm unsure how to say that one, but that means for spring he has 7 books to read, and for autumn he has 10 if I mathed correctly. And honestly, that wasn't too bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse even though I was doing 3. It actually worked out pretty well, and I'm unsure how I'm going to do the TBR for this. Because usually I like pick it out and then it's like kind of a guideline. But I kind of want to do like a spinner wheel and try to hit for the prompts. So I'm going to have to think of that over the weekend because it does start on Wednesday. Figured we could do a little update for the weekend. It is Sunday and it's like 10 o'clock and I want to play Pokopia, so I'm gonna go do that. But I wanted to talk about the books I've been reading a little bit because I haven't really done that. But I'm about 70% into Freeing the Wild, and I'm really enjoying this one. This one I think is going to go down as one of my favorites, like the third book, Ginger's book. I really like Ginger's book. I really enjoyed the couple together, Cassie and Hayden. I think they have really great chemistry together, and basically they hooked up when she first visited the ranch, and he didn't know who she was, just that she was somebody at the ranch, like, staying, and he learns that she is, like, his boss's girlfriend's little sister. But they hooked up, and then she, like, ditched him at the bar and went off and went on her, like, tour, and she comes back because she is having some anxiety and stuff about something that happened while she was on tour, and she needs a break. And she comes back, and he's pissed at her, rightfully so. He learns what she's been going through, and he kind of gives her a break because he knows it's really rough and everything, and he's, like, kind of helping her through it. And where I'm at, there was just a snowstorm, and there's not many people on the ranch because, like, a lot of them went to, like, Florida for some horse race, and so Hayden and Cassie are, like, cabin neighbors, and the power went out, so he invites her back to his place to stay the night so they can share his firewood. And of course, while they're there, they play some, like, drunken games and things happen, and I just like them a lot. I like them a lot. I think they're really cute together, and I'm interested to see what happens after this, because Hayden has expressed in his thoughts, I don't think he said it out loud, but he does not care who knows about them anymore. And she really likes him, but I don't know if she's ready to, like, publicly be dating him, or, like, really thinking to herself about having an actual boyfriend. So I'm curious to see where that goes, but I'm really liking them. I think they're a lot of fun. And then I am almost 40% into Shield of Sparrows, and I'm still really enjoying that. I'm just reading it really slow. I think my plan is to finish Freeing the Wild and then just focus on Shield of Sparrows. I'm taking, like, this last week to kind of, like, settle down a little bit, because I've already met my, like, quota for the books read this month that I would like to reach. So I'm gonna take it a little slow because next month is another readathon, and I have to read, like, 10 books or something. So yeah, those are my, like, little reading updates. But also I made something for Storygraph. Okay, so me and my friend buddy read a book every month, and we've been using the buddy read feature, and out of, like, all the apps, we like Storygraph the best because it, like, locks stuff till you get to, like, a certain percent. But, like, navigating the comments is a little difficult, especially when, like, you have a new comment, because when you click on the notification for it, it never takes you exactly to the comment, and you still have to, like, scroll to find it anyways. So usually we just get on, like, start at the top and just work our way down the list, and sometimes that's hard because there's, like, a lot of comments. And I was looking it up today because Fable has this feature where they, like, split everything into the chapters, which we thought that was really nice, like, having each chapter have its own little section to comment on. But if you, like, opened it up, you, like, saw the comments. So, like, you could open up the chapter to make a comment yourself, and you're just, like, bombarded with everybody else's comments. And so, like, if you're not done with that chapter, you could spoil yourself. Well, I was looking it up, and apparently read-alongs on Storygraph kind of use that feature from Fable. So I set it up. We're gonna test it out in April, but basically you had to, like, break the chapters down yourself, and it only had, like, hours and percentages, and I was like, okay. So I had to, like, do math, which y'all know isn't my strong suit. I had to do math to figure out how far in the book we had to be for each chapter. But I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. So this is what I did, and basically like the prologue section will be locked until you reach the end of the prologue. Same for like chapter 1, you have to reach 10%, which is the end of chapter 1, to get into this. And so we're gonna see if this is a little easier to use, and I'm assuming like it's the same as like buddy reads. When you're doing a buddy read and you make a comment, at the bottom it says post to buddy read, so I'm assuming it's going to say post to read along, and I'm hoping that that'll work out a little bit better, and maybe it'll be a little easier to find comments because they'll be in like certain sections. But yeah, I'm going to test that feature out. But that is it for tonight. I'm going to go play Pokepia. Harley from the future, I realized I never talked about Freeing the Wild by Paisley Hope. I did finish that and I gave it a 4.25. It's my second favorite out of the series. I did think some of the talk during the sex scenes was a little much for me. Yeah, that seems to be the case with her books. I didn't mind the third book. That one worked out the best for me, but I just wanted to give a quick update on that because I realized I forgot. Let's wrap this video up, shall we? It's a couple days into April, so we really need to. But I did end up finishing Shield of Sparrows by Daphne Perry, and I ended up giving this a 4.5. I really did like it, but there was like, just little tiny things I would have liked more of. But I thought this was really fun. I thought the audiobook was really good. I did the regular audiobook. I know there's a graphic audio, and I'm very interested in listening to that one. I don't know, is this a trilogy? Is it just a duology? I know the second one comes out this month. But maybe if there's a third book, which I should look into, maybe when I go to like read that one, I might do the graphic audios for these. But yeah, I thought this was a lot of fun, and I thought it was interesting. I like the whole village of like tree houses and stuff. That was fun. And I'm very curious to see where this one goes, because at the end, the migration or whatever came like early, and I believe the creature was called Crux, and it's like a giant bird thing, and literally comes and like wreaks devastation on the town, and they ended up killing it, and it like turned into a person. And there was like some questions there with that, and I'm interested to see how that like ties into what I believe is going on. So we are adding XP to our team. It's over 500 pages, so that's 40 points. Read a host 5-star read for 5 points. Read an author's backlist for 2 points. Read in a different format than your last book for 2 points. Multiple POV for 2 points. There is an additional POV at the end. And I believe that was it. The page count definitely did help the point situation for this book, because it is quite chunky. That is it for Realmathon. Of course, as you can hear in the background, the dogs are chewing their little bones because Sassy Sass started yelling at me, and I just didn't want to deal with her. But I think I did pretty good. Like, I read quite the stack. Let me go get it real quick so I can, like, show you guys the stack, honestly. Like, this is the stack of books, minus a few, because I did do some audio and ebooks. But, like, this is a big, like, stack of physical books. Like, I feel like this is the most I've held in a while. So that's pretty good. But that is it for Realmathon. I had a lot of fun, and I might very well do it again next year. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to be more prepared. I was kind of, like, last minute thrown in, being like, yeah, I'm gonna join this. But now that it is April, we are off to Aurelium for another readathon, which I think I talked about earlier in this video. So I'll leave a link to that down below as well, so you can check it out if you want. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.